Hello everybody, this is FTA,
And it's Steven from Sonic Movies.
This is Antom64.
and we're here to bring you a little commentary for a short that most of you have probably seen, Night of the Werehog.
Mm-hmm.
This is my first commentary, sorry, so I'm a little bit nervous, but we'll go with it.
This was of course made to tie in with the Sonic Unleashed game, and there's the Black Knight from the new game.
That's not the Black Knight. The Black Knight looks a lot cooler than that.
This was produced by Sega's VE Studio. It's a newly found, basically CGI making studio, which at this point in time has just done the cutscenes for Unleashed, this, and a couple of other Sega games.
This looks very similar to that. I can't remember the name of the CGI film. It's
Monster House?
Monster House.
Monster
That's
House.
I was
the
about
one, yeah.
to say the exact same thing. Those kids look exactly like them.
And they were introduced to the two new kind of villains for the film, which just remind me of Scratch and Grounder.
Or Casper's uncles.
Yeah. Yes, it's like Stretch and Fatso, and this is Slutty.
Yes. The other two ghosts with the neckerchiefs actually appear in a level in Adabat and Spagonia in Sonic Unleashed.
Yeah,
Really?
nice. Yeah, aren't they aren't they also part of the achievements in the 360 version?
Mm-hmm.
I missed out on that.
And this, to me, just kind of like all these two ghosts seem to do every day is just scare people, and then one of them gets a kiss from this ghost, which is, to me, seems like a crappy way to spend eternity.
Well, there's not much to do in a haunted house, you know.
How'd you guys enjoy the music in this?
I thought it was pretty nice.
Yeah,
It goes very well with the style, I'd say.
definitely. It was by Tetsuya Takahashi, but when I researched him, he was doing graphics designing for other games like Xenogears and Final Fantasy. So like, I didn't find any other previous stuff about music, so it's kind of weird.
I don't know why, but I always love the graphics. Just look amazing when he walks in and you see like the mud on the floor. Just looks so unrealistic.
Well, this whole special really is just kind of like a showcase for the studios, really.
To me, it kind of this kind of theme. You know, like whenever Pixar release a new film, they always have like that short, little like 10-minute film beforehand. It seems
Yeah.
it seems to me like say Unleashed was a movie. This would have been the film that they played before it. 'Cause I thought the animation this was amazing. And of course, I think one of the things that a lot of people latched onto was the lack of voice acting in this.
I believe there's only one word or so spoken.
So, yeah, there's only one line spoken. It's by Jason Griffith. He goes, "Oops." Other than that, it's just a bunch of like grunts and stuff. Ah. I love the character animation on Chip here.
He does that a lot in the Unleashed mini ones as well.
Oh yeah, of course. Those are mini cuts. Those mini like extra scenes are also made by VE Studios. Oh, look at that! He gets two, and he's happy. I just thought like I like, to me this story is kind of the same as Unleashed. It's kind of like a very simple story, but just very like nicely put together.
I don't know, it's kind of out of character for Chip if you ask me, because he's gone through all these adventures with Sonic, however in this one part he's incredibly frightened by everything.
Well, you gotta understand that he's never seen a ghost before.
I love that.
That's just mean.
What's also odd there is that if you go back, he says oops, but his mouth doesn't move at all.
It still works.
But I would love it. Like I don't think it would happen, but I'd love it if in Sonic and the Black Knight they kind of made like another short like this.
That'd be pretty cool.
It'd be nice if they included it in like in every game.
Yeah. Now, just logically speaking, the picture of Sonic doing the like tongue out face makes no sense because the ghosts weren't there when he made that face.
Right.
Yeah, they're ghosts, they could have been anywhere.
They can do anything, man.
Because they're fucking ghosts.
Like, is it explained whereabouts in the world this house is?
Not really, no.
If I would take a guess, it'd be Spagonia.
Probably, yeah.
Oh god, it's the Black Knight.
Now that shadow you saw on the wall back there, some people actually speculated that that might be Nax the Weasel because, or Fang the Sniper, because that was a rumor circulating about Unleashed at the time.
Yeah, but when SA1 came out, there was rumor that if you went to on top of Tails' workshop and pressed like A and B a number of different times, Nack the Weasel appeared.
Right.
I know. This bit to me, it sounds like he's crying. Jason Griffith, what he's doing here, to me, it sounds like Sonic's crying.
Yeah.
It's like, oh god, why did nobody like Unleashed really? I tried so hard.
Oh god, oh man.
Man.
I actually enjoyed the voice acting in this piece.
I love that the pupil like slightly goes in a bit. It's pretty cool.
What a horrible night to have a curse. That's epic.
That's just this is just great. What's weird though that these ghosts bounce, which kind of makes no sense with the fact that they go like this bit. He hits the ceiling. It doesn't really make sense in terms of them being ghosts. I love the laughing fit she's in now. It's like oh, love, and ain't that funny, love? Calm down. I like the kind of like jazz theme that the little ghosts had.
Tell you one thing I didn't love was what was it? The character design of the Werehog. I think
Really?
it doesn't make any sense to me because his shoes gain cleats, his socks get spiky, and I don't understand it. I also don't like his bare head. His bare hands really bother me.
I liked it, but yeah, I did think the only thing that makes, even though that the other hedgehog going into a werehog makes no sense, the spikes on his shoes literally do make no sense.
Well, it's just an aesthetic design, boy.
I just remember when the trailer first came out, loads of people thought this thing was Chip, didn't they?
Yeah, I thought that as well.
Everyone was like, oh my god, Chip turns into this weird thing. That must hurt so much! Of spikes going right into his face.
Well, it's never given it any indication in the game that it gives him more traction, yet in the, spoilers, final fight with the Egg Dragoon, he uses them to slide down a wall.
Nice. This is like the only bit of Sonic game fiction where you actually see Sonic engaging in a fist fight. Of course, in X, like every other episode, they would just him and Shadow would punch the crap out of each other. In terms of the game, this is really the first thing where you actually see Sonic punch something.
Ugh, don't get me started on X.
And in return, this is the first time where you see Sonic just get the shit kicked out of him. Although I love this Chip's animation. Here's hilarious. Such a great idea. Such a great idea. Like for me, my favourite animation of the werehog in this whole bit is coming up in a minute. It's the bit where he starts blowing. He starts blowing the pictures.
Oh yeah.
Whack. It's weird though because like if you look at it, Sonic really doesn't have a chin. But he just got chin there. Like, there's this bit where I think that's hilarious. He's blowing on him.
Boot to the head!
You obnoxious little ghost man.
I always thought like, did you think it was slightly weird that when the ghosts come together, they just become super strong?
Yeah.
I love the animation of his hair. It just looks, it looks like Pixar. It does. I know some people have said to me it doesn't, but I really think this looks like something Pixar would have made.
Well,
Oh,
if
yeah,
you want
I
to
mean-
get pedantic, it early Pixar stuff.
What do you mean?
Check out.
I love the this music bit here when they're fighting over the camera. That's great. Time to die. Like, what did you think of their comeuppance here?
Well, Steven, do you want to go first?
What I think of the what now?
The comeuppance, like in terms of like how they're beaten. What do you think?
I actually enjoyed it because it reminded me a lot of the fight style on the game. You know, like when he
Yeah.
throws them around. Shit.
That's a very
I want a
nice
house
shot
like
of the
that.
moon. Yeah, it's a very nice shot of the house on the moon.
Which, of course, as many people have stated, the moon shouldn't be there, of course, because it got blown up in SA2.
Yeah, well,
so
it got-
many
it-
continuity errors. I swear
It
to
got
God.
blown up a lot in Dragon Ball Z, yeah, it's still there, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, Vegeta!
Perfect orbit, my ass!
I did like, I just love, the character animation for Chip I thought was just hilarious.
Werehog, what's the level reading?
No, we're not doing that.
This bit kind of makes no sense though, because it's sun. He should be turning back into a regular Sonic.
Give it a sec.
Piss off, Chip.
Oh, but it's not Chip.
Ah, that's clearly his Japanese voice there.
No, it's the chick.
Ah.
Yeah.
It's the ghost chick. See the little heart?
Yeah,
Or
sure,
did,
sure. Surely,
Chip
like,
just Chip went get cancer a second or something?
I love like Sonic's face is like, I don't have time for this shit.
Oh god, the fan fictions that will come of this.
Sonic is a fucking pimp. What the heck?
And like the credits here just remind me of whenever like Pixar do like the little shorts, they always have these weird kind of like cut out credit sequences, which is another reason why to me it just looks like a Pixar film.
This is just like the ending of Ratatouille.
It is. That's why it's great, and there's almost classic Sonic design there.
Mhm.
But yeah, overall, guys, what did you guys think of this?
Steven,
I
do you want to
enjoyed
go
it.
first?
Yeah. I already took the liberty of doing that.
I
Personally-
would not say no to a lot more of these.
Oh yeah, I'd love it if they made one of these for every game, or just ones in between. Would be awesome.
Oh, Chip, you're quite the one,
What?
aren't you?
Well, everyone, thanks for watching. This is FDA saying goodbye.
Steven saying goodbye.
And NTom64 saying goodbye.
See you later, bitches.
Bye.
Deek.